Hell, West Virginia. Hail Caesar. Well, not really Hail Caesar. Sorry, I went too far. But West Virginia does have a Caesar coming to Morgantown, and I'm very excited about it. And we're going to talk about that right after this word from our sponsor.
Since 1931, the attorneys at Katz, Cantor, Stone Street, and Buckner have been the voice for victims who have suffered serious injury or death. They have a fierce passion for truth and justice and a sincere compassion for those who have been wronged by others. Whether you have been in a car accident, are fighting with an insurance company, or you or a loved one has suffered serious injury or death due to medical negligence, we will ensure your voice is heard loud and clear. Katz, Cantor, Stone Street, and Buckner will ensure there is justice for all West Virginians because we are your lawyer, your voice. Visit us at yourlawyeryourvoice.com.
What is up? Welcome into another edition of Couz's Corner. Come on in, make yourself comfortable, build yourself up to the bar. Let me pour you out another shot of top shelf college football content. On tap today, we are talking West Virginia football recruiting. We are talking Brandon Caesar. That's right, Brandon Caesar, young man from Cleveland, Ohio, has committed to the Mountaineers over many big-time programs. He is a three-star recruit, according to 24/7 Sports and other major outlets. But I'm telling you, I think he's a four-star level talent. Just my opinion. But he's a defensive lineman out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. I want to read you his 24/7 Sports profile here. He's listed at 6'4", 255, defensive lineman in the class of 2025. Here's his offer list. Outside of West Virginia, he had Tennessee, Alabama, Boston College, Cincinnati, and I'm only reading the Power 5 schools, Duke, Illinois, Iowa, Kentucky, Michigan, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Purdue, Rutgers, Texas A&M, USC, Wisconsin. Now, it was really kind of cool to see Penn State in there because most of you probably know a couple weeks ago, in-state recruit Daniel Jennings actually committed to Penn State over West Virginia. So it was nice to see West Virginia get a commitment from someone over Penn State. But what's impressive to me is not only is Penn State on the list, man, you've got schools like Ohio State, Alabama, USC. I mean, you've got blue blood programs, Texas A&M that recruits really well, Michigan, Notre Dame, some of the top programs in the country on the list. West Virginia was able to lock down a verbal commitment. Now, I get it. It's only a verbal commitment. Doesn't really mean anything until they sign on the dotted line, that national letter of intent. But this is the first step. This is the first step to signing these players and getting them to come to your program is you got to get that verbal commitment. And they were able to get the commitment from Brandon Caesar. And I'm very excited about it. I watched this young man's highlights, and I'm telling you, man, he's an athlete. Number one, he was a wrestler. He's also a wrestler in high school. So that right there goes to show you he's an athlete. And we all know how much this West Virginia staff loves wrestlers. Wrestlers are usually they usually have really strong hands. They usually have good leverage, among other things. And this young man's a wrestler. Now, when I watch this film, a couple of things that popped to me. Number one, he has really good ball get off. The ball snap, he's off. He's really quick off his feet to get into the backfield. Now, he's also very athletic. He can move sideline to sideline like pretty well for his size to chase down ball carriers, quarterbacks, whatever. He also has very strong hands. Probably goes into his wrestling background, but he has very strong hands, can shed blocks very quickly and get those offensive linemen off of him so he can go make a tackle or a sack. I think this young man is an elite or can be an elite pass rusher. I really do. Because of his quick ball get off, I think he has an opportunity to be an elite pass rusher at the college level. He's able to get in between. He can fight off double teams. He's able to make himself small and get in between gaps. I just really love this young man's game. Now, the one thing I saw that I would like to see him improve on is I'd like to see him get a little bit lower pad level. But again, he's only a sophomore. Going into his junior year of high school, he has a lot of time to improve on that, and I'm sure he will with practice and work and time and experience. But I expect this young man, it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see him as a four-star recruit by the time he gets to college. I think he's that good. I think he's extremely good. I think he has a chance to be elite. I really love this young man's game. And when you look at the list of teams that were recruiting him, that should be all we need to know. And he's within that 6-hour radius that West Virginia likes to recruit out of the state of Ohio. I think Jeff Couz was the main recruiter for him, and obviously he's going to be coached up as well by A.J. Jackson, maybe even Victor Cabral, depending on what position they end up putting him at. But, man, I'm excited about this one. You should be too. You should be excited about this recruit that the Mountaineers are bringing in. I think he's could have an instant impact. I think he's good enough. He could potentially get playing time as a freshman. He's already 254 according to 24/7 Sports. All he has to do is put on what? Well, he needs to put on about probably 20, 30 more pounds. Really depends on what position they want to put him at. If they want to put him as an edge rusher, he could probably play that today. But if you want to play him as a DN, then you might need to get him up to that 280, 290 range. But again, he's only going into his junior year. He'll probably come into West Virginia at around 260, 265, maybe 270. Who knows? Haley and the nutrition staff at West Virginia will work on him. Mike Joe and his staff will work on him, get him beefed up, get him bulked up. Man, I can't tell you how excited I am. I might be more excited about this recruit right here than any recruit West Virginia has gotten a commit from so far. Maybe even more excited about him than I am quarterback Brody McWhorter. And he's a 4-star, so that tells you something. I really, really love this young man's game, and I cannot wait, assuming he signs, I cannot wait to see him in the old gold and blue. Go check out his huddle highlights and let me know what you think. And also, even before you go check them out, let me know in the comments, do you think this is a big get for the Mountaineers, Coach Brown, his staff, and so on and so forth. I want to give a shout-out right now to my VIP members of this episode, Terry Alford, Daniel Gigax, Timothy Green, and Shaggy of WV. Thank you all for being paid VIP members here. If you want to be a paid VIP member, just hit the join button below or hit the join button on my channel homepage right beside my profile photo. And there also should be a link to it in the description box of this video. I want to give another shout out to my channel sponsor, Cats, Cantor, Stone Street, and Buckner. Accident and injury law in the state of West Virginia and Virginia. If you've been hurt in an accident, be sure to give them a call. Or if you've been a victim of medical malpractice, give them a call for that as well at 304-999-HURT or yourlawyeryourvoice.com. Other ways you can support the show right there in the description box. You can also check out this other video I did right here in the corner of your screen. Until next time, have a top shelf day and cue Country Roads.